Hello, everyone. My name is Onyx Wheeler, and along with myself, Kathy, Rachel, and Alina will join me in sharing about leadership in the workplace. In shorter sense, just call us the brain cells. Today, we will be discussing a series of 4 different leadership styles that ultimately will define and help determine why the transactional leadership style is most appropriate for the healthcare system. Those leadership styles are situational leadership, servant leadership, transactional leadership, and transformational leadership.
Situational leadership is defined by Eric Wright as the adaptability of leaders to effectively handle the variety of situations that arise. Within the situational leadership style, there are 4 areas of development consisting of acquisitive, autonomous, networked, and dialogic. According to Wright, dialogic development involves co-participation, mutual constitution, and sense-making. It is founded on the social constructivism theory. Application of this technique is through the leader encouraging communication amongst staff through the sharing of ideas, thus leading to a consensus and allowing the employees to complete their tasks. Situational leadership tactics change based upon the situation and the needs at hand. Some advantages of situational leadership are being adaptable. A leader can adjust their style to fit the current situation or needs. Situational leadership can encompass other styles such as the democratic approach. Open communication is an example of this, as well as the idea of co-participation in the decision-making process where each member is encouraged to voice their opinions. This can improve staff performance and create trust along with good working relationships. Disadvantages of the situational style are that it requires the leader to listen to the concerns of their staff and work toward a mutual understanding, taking a longer time to resolve conflicts that may arise. It can be harder to delegate with this style. Last, situational leadership with dialogic development involves closely supervising work. This could come across as micromanagement and is not time efficient. Next, Kathy will discuss the servant leadership style.
Servant leadership replaces self-interest with service to others. It is about influence rather than control. It focuses on others' strengths rather than weaknesses, listening rather than giving orders, and long-range benefits rather than short-term profits. Servant leaders portray attributes that are listening, self-awareness, foresight, empathy, persuasion, stewardship, healing, conceptualization, and community. Servant leadership is about transformation and future focus and complements the agile leadership style. The opportunity to serve others from the eyes of a servant rather than the eyes of someone who feels entitled. Leadership is a gift given by those who we serve. Serving plays a humble role in leadership and is a very important trait for a good leader to possess. To serve others is to lead by example and to have the best interest of others at heart, and to want to see success in your company or whatever it is that you are working for. It is important to follow before you learn to lead because you can put yourself in the shoes of someone who is starting off. When we serve, we can lower ourselves and get down to an equal level to best assist who it is we are trying to help. I think servant leadership in healthcare shows a great deed of humility with you and your patient, as well as learning how to best be there for them. Robert Greenleaf in the 1970s came up with the idea of servant leadership. In this, he wanted to stimulate thought and action to build a better, more caring society. Servant leaders care about their team, and this creates team members to have high morale. Also, engaging through collaboration and holding strong ethics are the strengths of servant leadership. Servant leadership also has its disadvantages. Building servant leaderships takes a long time, and building relationships can be hard. Team members need to be engaged, and team leaders need to take the time to learn who they are and what motivates them. Unfortunately, servant leadership does not always fit. Servant leadership tends to take longer to make important decisions and would create a lack of quick decision making when it comes to certain organizations such as the military or EMT services. This would not be a good approach. But because there's a heavy emphasis on holistically developing each team member and may favor people development over the organizational goals, sometimes servant leaderships can lose track of important goals. This is important for team leaders to balance in order to be effective. There can be motivational issues when a team leader in servant leadership roles solves problems without the help of their team members. In this case, team leaders tend to build a high sense of value in team members in the beginning. However, over time, it causes a lack of motivation because team leaders tend to make solutions without the help of their fellow employees. This can cause a rapid burnout, and there's also no room for ego in servant leadership. So these are the strengths and weaknesses. Next, we'll have Onyx describing the transactional leadership.
Transactional leadership is a leadership style founded by sociologist Max Weber in 1947 that utilizes rewards and punishments to motivate and direct followers. In other words, transactional leadership emphasizes the importance of structure, organization, supervision, performance, and outcomes. This is primarily based on process and control and is very action-oriented. A few examples of transactional leadership would be an athletic team coach who issues instructions and motivate their team players by promoting rewards after winning a game, such as giving trophies, snacks, or even medals. Another example would be a manager offering incentives and promotions once an employee reaches a certain amount of success in a company or years in an organization. A few advantages in the transactional leadership style are being short-term goal orientated, the use of incentives and rewards to motivate the team, and strict management style. Being short-term goal orientated will motivate others to achieve tasks faster, allowing them to complete more goals in a shorter amount of time. The use of incentives and rewards to motivate the team will only allow the organization to see increased productivity in the team. With the strict management style, expectations are clear and consequences are enforced. Employees are more likely to work efficiently and effectively because although being strict can lead to punishments, it can lead to team members' quality of work being greater. A few disadvantages of the transactional leadership style are the reduction in team morale, high employee turnover, and the fact that the leader sometimes approves of everything. Reduction in team morale will cause a team to slowly start to feel disengaged and uninspired, which would also leave room for mistakes to be made. With a high employee turnover, it can cost the company a lot of money on trainings, lower the quality of care for patients, and negatively affect the organization's reputation. With a leader approving of everything, it can come across as overbearing, which would lessen a person's confidence, which could then also affect their quality of work. That being said, I'm going to now pass the baton over to Olena so she can discuss transformational leadership. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Elena Domina and I am happy to present a transformational style of leadership. A transformational style of leadership fosters an environment where employees are stimulated and motivated to generate innovative ideas and drive the company's future triumph. This is achieved by demonstrating reliability and honesty, promoting a strong company culture, and providing employees with autonomy and ownership in their work. Transformational leaders play a pivotal role as innovators within the organization, detecting emerging and evolving tendencies and guiding the company to adopt these transformations. Features of the transformational style of leadership include vision, a positive role model, creative and independent way of thinking, as well as motivational spirit. Transformational leaders prioritize setting clear and aligned goals that resonate with the company's vision. As well-defined vision helps team members understand the importance of their work, boosting motivation and commitment. For a transformational leader, setting a good example is crucial. Employees see their leader as a role model in every aspect of work. The aim is not to manipulate them into working hard, but to guide them through their leader's actions and create a positive impact by building trust, transparency, and respect. Driving effective change requires challenging established beliefs in fostering innovation, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. As a transformative leader, the goal is to encourage employees to explore new ideas and avenues, infusing innovation into the organization, creating an environment that embraces growth and generates enthusiasm. By prioritizing purposes over fear, leader can foster a motivated and engaged workforce that is genuinely committed to the organization's vision. An example of transformational style is Ken Thyre from DaVita, who managed to take a bankrupt company and turn it into a thriving business through the firm core values that include service excellence, teamwork, accountability, and fun, according to Harvard Business Review. As everything has two sides, there are some disadvantages of transformational style. Transformational leaders may focus more on long-term objectives, which can lead to a less structured approach. Combining transformational leadership with management strategies can help maintain focus by establishing short-term goals and providing guidance. Leaders need to consider their team members' work-life balance to prevent burnout. Supporting employees in pursuing professional goals while honoring professional needs promotes a workplace satisfaction. Leaders should establish open communication channels for feedback exchange, but assess the suitability of different communication methods for their specific workplace dynamics. Involving all team members in decision-making can potentially slow down the process. While gathering input is valuable, leaders must determine when to involve the team and when to make decisions independently based on the size and dynamic of the team. In essence, transformational leadership empowers and motivates individuals to reach their goals. It creates a positive work environment by providing a clear vision and encouragement for individuals to unleash their full potential. Thank you.
Today we discuss 4 leadership styles: situational, servant, transactional, and transformational. That all helped us determine that transactional leadership style is most appropriate for the healthcare system. We concluded that the transactional leadership style is most important in the healthcare system because it highlights the importance of organization, supervision, and group performance. This is important in the healthcare system because when the healthcare team is hired on, they will understand what is expected of them and aim to achieve goals, although sometimes these are short-term goals.